Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I am your host, Jayden Ginsweider. Joining me, of course, is my co-host, former DDT Ironman Heavy Metalweight Champion, Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
I'm good.
And, of course, our friend Jolka is here back this week.
Absolutely. I just want to remind everybody, I don't think they probably told you last week, but I did win the last predictions.
You did.
We did not tell people.
We did not. We forgot about it. But he did win. Was Night of Champions, right?
Yeah, like I said, I manage a Taco Bell, so I don't have many wins. That's a win for me right there.
Win. Of course, on this week's show, we will get to All In, Saturday night's main event, Evolution 2, all that good stuff that happened this weekend. But first, my collar and elbow question. If you were a pro wrestler, which I know, Jolka, you formerly were, but for us it's an if you were, what are the three titles
for me
you would most want to win? But you can only pick one world title, max. So, and for this, the definition of a world title is any company's top men's singles title.
Okay.
So you only get one of those. You could do zero if you want, but max one of those.
Now, are we talking just current companies?
That's
or
what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, just current companies.
Well,
Do you guys have?
let's start your view first. I want to hear yours more.
For me, number one, the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It is the title I've always liked the most. It's the workhorse title. It's just always been special to me. I think I would want to win. I think my world title would be the AEW world title because it's kind of my favorite company. So to be the top of that would be very, very cool for me. And I really am undecided on my third one. You know what I mean? Like there's so many more places you could go. What do you guys got? I might come back for my third one.
I mean, I got two right now. I'm going to go with the GCW Ultraviolet title.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with...
A title belt that you have actually touched.
I've touched, yes.
At a GCW event, yes.
So got close to that one. I'm going to say the IWGP Tag Team titles because I got a ton of friends who were in wrestling training, and it would be fun to be a team.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my third too, yeah.
What do you got here?
Well, for current championships that are around right now, I would say definitely the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
If I was going to, for a world championship, that would be the undisputed WWE Championship for sure. And it's hard to pick that other one.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick a third. If I were to
pick...
Because
you have to eliminate so many others. It's hard to pick a third because you have to, write everything else off the list.
If I was going to pick a third, I'd probably go with the AEW Unified Championship.
That is a beautiful belt.
It really is. And I like how the rules for it and everything.
Yeah, that is true.
If I could say all time, I would have added the WCW World Television Championship.
Big Goldie would have been my
TV title?
Yep.
Okay.
And the WWE European Championship.
That's a good one, too. That is a good one, too.
Great pick. Great pull.
Yeah, if I could. You know what? The other one I would want, I think because I'm kind of torn because do I want a team title in there too? Should I pick the AEW tag titles or something like that? But I think I'm just gonna pick the X Division Championship.
It's totally fair.
I think I kind of want the TNA
That's
X
totally
Division title.
fair. with that history and everything,
Yeah,
it
that
makes so much
history
sense.
and just how cool it is. Yeah.
Can you imagine Jayden hanging from the Ultimate X in the
The
middle?
Ultimate X,
Dude,
yeah.
I would pay. Can we get Ultimate X at the show you want to do? Can we get that?
I mean,
can we set that up?
I can see if anyone has one to rent or has the capabilities of making a structure like that.
We might have to do a really low rent version of
We might have to
We might have to do Ultimate Y.
up our rate.
Yeah.
So we pay people.
We could do a ladder match inside of a steel cage.
That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. My third title.
I live in Southeast Kansas. I can very easily get a hold of barbed wire.
My third title.
I There's a lot of places to go. Do you go Noah? Do you go TNA?
I'm personally
Anything
surprised I
WWE?
haven't heard any New Japan yet.
He did. He
I
said
did.
the IWGP
I
tag
did.
titles. That's New Japan's tag titles. Because you said those and you said the Ultraviolet. Do you have anything from WWE that young
Well,
Shane would have wanted to win?
Okay, the one I wanted to win is no longer around. So,
Okay, that's fair. The ECW, the big silver one.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess we're just looking at the history, like you did the exhibition title, and what it would mean for.
You also do still have a world title on the board.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So my thing is looking at the history and looking at what it would mean if I were to win. Like looking at who I am and like what I'd be as a wrestler. What it would mean for somebody like me to win it, be the second one ever to do it. I am gonna go with the GHC heavyweight title, Noah's title. Carrying that legacy
Like
on
you
your
said,
back.
a rare title for a white guy to win.
Yes, Eddie Edwards, the only one.
Yep. If you could win one like tournament or like achievement, not a title, but an achievement, because like for me it'd be the Royal Rumble for sure.
Yeah.
Like I would want to win the Royal Rumble.
It would be torn. Yeah, it would be the Royal Rumble. Close second would be King of the Ring.
Yeah, I would say Royal Rumble, close second, G1 Climax.
I mean, I'd love to just compete in a Royal Rumble. Battle
yeah,
Royals.
just being in a Royal Rumble would be awesome.
Yeah.
Battle Royals are so much fun.
Mhm.
Like I've won a couple of them, but most of the time I find a fun way to exit. Like I'll climb to the top rope and just wait for somebody to like boot me or drop kick me.
My friend did a battle royal for his first ever match. He made his debut in a battle royal, and he lasted 4 minutes, and he got thrown out by like 6 guys.
Nice.
What
What would yours be?
This is tough because there's a lot of tournaments in wrestling I watch.
Mm-hmm.
A ton.
Ton of tournaments. Yep.
So my close second's gonna be the Rumble, just
Yeah.
because it's the
It's
Rumble.
the fucking
It's
Rumble,
the fucking
yeah.
Rumble, man. But
Money in the Bank would be cool to get too.
oh yeah, for sure.
Money in
Yeah.
the Bank would be a cool one.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
go with all time a Tournament of Death.
Okay.
Not currently. That thing sucks right now.
You could revitalize it. You could bring it back.
Well, the lineup's good. It's just it's owned by DJ Hyde.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with not just the G1, but like the G1 type tournaments.
Just some sort of block
Like
style.
like the G1,
could be the Continental
the
Classic.
N1, the Continental Classic,
Like
the
the
Champion Carnival, the-
Champion Carnival, yeah.
any of those like big block leagues.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. And that goes right into our next segment because there's no real news this week. It was a very on TV week. So our next segment would be previewing G1 Climax 35, the first week of that, which we'll start this
Can we
weekend.
make Jolka pick somebody?
Make Jolka?
All right. Are you
let's see,
sure you
G1
want to go against this
Climax
hot streak I got going on?
35
Yeah.
participants.
You're lucky I'm not picking the both of you. Pick somebody in the 5-star.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is this updated? Okay.
If it says Dookie, not Dookie. If it says Tai Chi, it is updated.
Yeah, no, that's the original.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
I think I have it here. Wrestling Observer newsletter. Tai Chi's in this one. Okay. Do we have pictures? Okay. So this is the only picture we got here. So you have Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace of New Japan in his final year. Tai Chi, Yuya Uemura, Bolton Oleg, Yota Tsuji, Ryohei Oiwa, Callum Newman, David Finlay, the son of Fit Finlay, Evil and Sonata. That's your A block. B block, Shota Umino, El Phantasmo, Yoshihashi, Shingo Takagi, IWGP World Champion Zack Sabre Jr., Grado Khan, Gabe Kidd, Drilla Maloney, Rin Narita, and AEW's Konosuke Takeshita.
Yoda Tashu. Unless I'm saying that wrong.
Yoda Tsuji?
Yeah,
This
that
here?
guy.
Okay.
Great
My
pick.
eyes are
Great
shit.
pick. That was-
Great pick.
That was Shane's pick last year, and he made it to the finals but lost
All right.
to my pick last year, which was Zack Sabre Jr., who's now the world champion.
Oh, this was that epic battle you guys
Yeah.
had.
Yes, this is the legendary HDH battle. I picked Hiroshi Tanahashi. I originally picked Haruki Goto. He was removed from the tournament due to injury, so I went with my second pick, which was Tanahashi. It's his last G1. It's his last year. I know he probably won't win. This won't be a repeat of last year, but I think it's worth it just to enjoy Tanahashi's last ride.
Do you want to put a flyer in the 5-star, and I'll come back to you after it's over?
Sure, yeah, we can. Let me look
Alright.
up the...
I got the pictures.
Yeah,
Right here. Yeah, I'll forward them. All right. The best part is there's 4 blocks,
Okay.
so we could do what we do and have to pick somebody from a block.
Okay, different blocks. Okay.
Yeah. So let's start with a little explanation, I guess. It's broken up into 2. There's
Uh-huh.
the blue and the red side. The blue side goes on into their own little tournament. The winner of that side goes to the final.
I guess the
same
red
with
side. It's
Yeah.
AFC and NFC. I get
Pretty much, yeah.
Basically, Raw versus SmackDown.
Again, yes,
Sorry,
pretty much,
yeah.
yes. It's the thing about conferences, pretty much.
it. Yeah, it's just like regular sports where the Super Bowl is the AFC winner and the NFC winner. The World Series is the AL and the NL. Yeah, okay.
So we got Ruaka, Soriano, Sayaida, and Bozilla being the only ones in this block who can win it.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that. 'Cause
Okay, just say who you... the people
yeah,
you think are
there's a lot of
Mhm.
rookies in this. We got Sari, Momo Watanabe, Suzuki, and Konami being the only ones who could really win this one.
Okay.
Saya Kamatani. That's about it
Okay.
in this one. And then we have Azumi, Starlight Kid, Rina, one of the Tacos girls,
Mm-hmm.
Natsupoi, and Natsuo Tora.
Okay, this is easy. Azumi.
Okay, so
That's
that's
my girl,
Red
my-
Stars.
my ride or
That's
die.
Red Stars B.
I'll let...
Jolka, what block do you want? Red Stars A, Blue Stars B, Blue Stars A.
I'm going to go with the red brand.
All right. So your choices for that, I will list them all because it'd be funny if I list them all. Jolka, you can pick from Saya Kamatani, Hanan, Mei Sierra, Yuna Mizumori, Lady C, Waka Tsukiyama, Azusa Inaba, or Blair Davenport.
Azusa.
Okay, he picks Azusa Inaba.
Oh, you said the name right. Good job.
You did. I think you did him. That is one of Taka's girls.
Want to talk about Michinoku's?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's not...
That's
not
not
far
That's
from-
not terrible.
It also just does not stray far from what Joker likes.
Yeah, that tracks. Well, you guys left me the block I was hoping neither of you would pick from. Thank God.
Mhm.
Just make my life a little harder. I'm just gonna go with shit. Fuck it, Sari.
Yeah. Azumi and Starlight Kid are my stardom. Those are my Joshis, my 2 that I really like.
So you like
easily
in
Azumi
the same block.
in the same
too.
block, which sucks. 'cause
Mine-
they can't move
Mine
out of there.
kind of in the same boat. Like the top 3 and Blue Stars B are all the top 3 right now. So
Mhm. All right, but back to the G1. Next week, this upcoming weekend, we'll have 2 matches to watch. From Tanahashi, we have Taichi in the main event on Saturday. Feel like we can win this one, but again, with Tanahashi's age, it's going to be harder and harder to win any match.
well, the
right?
opening match you should be able to win.
Should be able to win that one. Yep. Callum Newman the next day is going to be rough because he is really breaking out of his shell, really putting on some great performances. So I am a little worried about that. I'm expecting a 1-1 weekend. For Takeshita, you have Gabe Kidd on Saturday and El Phantasmo on Sunday.
1-1 is the worst. I think 2-0 is achievable though.
2-0 is achievable. Definitely will beat Phantasmo. It's Gabe Kidd that might be a problem.
Yeah.
Who knows? We might come back next week and it's the other way around. You lose to Phantasmo and beat Gabe Kidd. You never know with the G1. On to TV this week. Nothing really from AEW that wasn't kind of rendered pointless by All In.
I don't know if there was anything that wasn't rendered pointless by All In from what
Yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah, it was all everything from TV was just kind of we'll cover in All In. From WWE on SmackDown, the Wyatt Six won the tag team titles. What'd you think of that?
That's the right step. Definitely the right step.
Just try to get some relevancy out of this group again.
Right. You got to.
Yeah.
Because when they first came out, they were all in on them, and it seems like they just kind of pulled back on the
Yeah, that's
push.
the Triple H booking strategy. One big moment with no plan after that.
Yeah.
And then they just don't really know what to do with it.
He also wrestled totally differently on TV than they do it in house shows.
Yeah. On Raw last night, Roman Reigns returned to save CM Punk from Braun and Bronson Attorneys at Law after Punk earned a title shot at Gunther, winning the Gauntlet. What'd you think of that?
I don't know if he came to save Punk as much as he came to save Jay,
Yeah.
but it was good seeing him again. I didn't know how long it was going to be before he came back, because you actually never know with Roman Reigns.
Never know with Roman Reigns, yeah. Where do we think this goes? Is it Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson at SummerSlam? Roman versus Braun Breaker? Like, what's the plan here?
Honestly, I think the plan is CM Punk takes the title from Gunther. Seth Rollins cashes in after his injury heals, and the match that he cashes in is CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Makes it a triple threat like he did with Lesnar.
Okay. You guys want to talk about the wrestling from this weekend? Let me find my match ratings here.
I have a lightning round match that's later on, and that's the beginning of August, but I wanted to talk about it, as we'll never talk about it again.
Okay. I am assuming I was the only one here who watched Supercard of Honor.
Yes.
Ring of Honor? Okay.
Well, I watched the main event, but
The main event was awesome. Bandito Takeshita really put on a great match. I gave that 4.5 stars. I would say the only other match that was really great was Nick Wayne versus Titan. I gave that 4. And then Miyu Yamashita, Yuka Sakazaki, Persephone, and Mina Shirakawa, the 4-way for the interim women's TV title. I gave 3.5. And Hechicero versus Michael Oku. I gave 3.5. So it was a pretty solid show. Nothing crazy. And then it was a nice build-in to All In, which, of course, is the... do we consider this the 4th All In?
yeah.
Right, because it's All
It's
In,
the
All
4th
In
All
London,
In,
All In
yeah.
London. Okay. But the 3rd AEW All In.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, here, one second. I got to write something real quick. Into the just right, or I didn't watch the pre-show. Is there anything from the pre-show you wanted to talk about? Okay. Right in trios titles: Katsuyori Shibata, Samoa Joe, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus the Death Riders: Gabe Kidd, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta. What could go wrong with Samoa Joe opening All In?
A bit.
Famously, Samoa Joe versus CM Punk was the opener of All In, right before CM Punk attacked Jack Perry and ultimately got himself fired from AEW.
Yeah.
So,
Where Tony Khan said he was scared for his life.
yep.
Greatest to ever do it. Greatest to ever do it.
This was a really great opener. I gave it 3 3/4. It was a really fun time. The Ops do retain their titles, but afterwards, the Death Riders take out Samoa Joe, put the chair around his neck and stomp on the chair, kind of deal. He has to be stretchered out. So it seems like
He got casted in Street Fighter.
yeah, that or he's got to film another season of that show where he plays the clown or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man, Twisted Metal.
Yeah,
That's an awesome show.
is it? I haven't watched any
The
of it.
game's better.
When I was a kid, there was a video game on PlayStation called Twisted Metal.
Yeah, that's what it's based on.
Yeah. I didn't know if you guys were old enough to know what that was.
I know our
I'm
age difference
vaguely
is
aware
it's
of it.
2 our age difference is 2 years, but I grew up with all my cousins and stuff being 90s kids, so I got all that in my life.
I was the second oldest cousin, so all of my stuff is pretty 2000s focused, and yeah, so
I got really in the attitude era as a kid.
I did have a PlayStation 2, and I'd have a few games and stuff like that, but you know. Anything on the trios match?
It was pretty good. It was a good opener.
Mm-hmm. The men's casino gauntlet. This is, of course, the greatest match type that AEW has gifted us. Open with MJF and Mark Briscoe. Let me see if I can find the other participants. not really any, not a lot of surprises, right? The Casino Gauntlet here. So it was MJF, Mark Briscoe, Ricochet, Bandito, Konosuke Takeshita, Mystico, Josh Alexander, Anthony Bowens, Roderick Strong, Brody King, Kota Ibushi, the Beast Mordos, Max Caster, and the returning clean-shaven Juice Robinson. So Shane, with that return also came the Gun Club. Austin and Colton Gunn returned to help him out. What'd you think of Juice coming back? The juice is loose again.
He looks weird, clean shaven. He looks like every wrestler at once.
Yes. It was a weird look, but that's exactly what you expect out of Juice Robinson.
Yeah, it's fair.
Everything has to be weird with him. He's a little ball of chaos, just like his significant other.
Just like his partner, yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think surprise-wise from this Casino Gauntlet? Was just Juice Robinson enough of a surprise for you, or would you have wanted something else?
I think it was. I would want to see more, but it was a fine surprise.
Mm-hmm. Yep. MJF is the winner, right choice?
No.
Who do you think of the right choice?
Mark Briscoe.
Granted, the Hangman Page won the main event. I think MJF is a great choice. I think the other best choice for me, if it wasn't going to be MJF, I would have said Ricochet would have been the best. Or Takeshita, but since Takeshita's going off to do the G1, I understand why he didn't win. I gave that 3 3/4 as well. Then we had the Fatal 4-Way for the TNT title. Before this, Adam Cole entered to vacate the TNT title. He's having some health issues. Rumor is concussion. Nothing from AEW has confirmed that, but rumor is it's another concussion, which he's dealt with in the past. And it was a really heart-wrenching promo to watch. He mentioned retirement. He said he's not going to think about it right now. I really hope he can get back in because I think, as is well documented by this podcast, NXT Black and Gold was a very special era for me. At the times that I needed wrestling the most, Black and Gold was there, and especially Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era. So Adam Cole's always been towards the top. I mean, for a very long time, he's been towards the top of my list and just one of my favorite wrestlers. And this was a really hard watch, this promo for me. Just seeing him even mentioning retirement is terrifying. I don't want to imagine. Not yet. I shouldn't have to imagine a wrestling landscape without Adam Cole yet. So I really hope the best that he recovers. Also, by all accounts, just the nicest guy in wrestling. By all, from everybody in the locker rooms that he's shared, a lot of great touching posts from the likes of FTR and Tommaso Ciampa and just several people he shared the ring and shared locker rooms with over the years. Spoke, kind of gave their support this week, and that was really nice to see. But so we hope for the best for Adam Cole. I really hope I can see him wrestle again. But yeah, so that was really sucked to see. But on to the TNT title match. Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, Kyle Fletcher, Daniel Garcia, Fatal 4-Way. Not the best lineup I think they could have put together, but still very good. Dustin Rhodes wins. I give 3 1/4. What do you think of the choice to have Dustin win?
I thought it was the wrong choice. I'm sorry. They do this every year. They have like their hometown hero win. Mm-hmm. I think Dustin has the titles already. That's cool in the of honor, But when Kyle Fletcher is in this match and is much more deserving of a win, other than not being from Texas, I don't know.
Here's what I'll say. The feel-good moment of Dustin Rhodes winning was the right choice to me because it balances out kind of what sucks about the reason the title was vacated in general. Following that Adam Cole speech with a match that leads to such a cool moment, because Dustin Rhodes just winning a title in AEW anywhere in the world is a special moment, because it had been since 1999 that he had held a singles title of any note.
Really?
Like since he was Intercontinental Champion,
He's never won a championship since then. Besides
he's
his
had tag
team?
titles, tags and trios. That's it. So I think it was absolutely the right choice because it did make for a very special moment. And obviously, Kyle Fletcher will be TNT champion at some point. He will be world champion at some point. Dustin Rhodes, we don't know how many of these runs we have left.
Right.
So getting him that belt, and not just any belt, but the belt first held by Cody Rhodes.
It's a travesty that this is his first singles title since '99.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I get it, but I think that shouldn't have been an issue. Because realistically, why was he not champion before?
I don't know.
Just missed booking opportunity there to put it in Texas when they could have done it before in Texas too.
Yeah, that's fair, but look, Kyle Fletcher will have his moment. We all know that. We all know Daniel Garcia will have another moment. Hopefully, Sammy Guevara is never on my TV again. But I think it was worth it. I think in this specific instance, it was better because, like I said, it's balancing out how much it sucks that Adam Cole is gone. It makes us feel a little better that Dustin Rhodes got a good moment. It creates a silver lining to the Adam Cole situation. We may never see Adam Cole wrestle again, but at least we got to have this cool moment with Dustin Rhodes out of it.
Right.
What do you think of the match in general?
It was a good match, though.
Good match, yeah. On to one of the bigger matches of the night. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. If Swerve and Ospreay win, the Young Bucks will no longer be EVPs. If the Young Bucks win, Swerve and Ospreay can't challenge for the AEW World title for one full calendar year. Swerve and Ospreay won. Incredible match.
It was.
I give it 4.5 stars.
One of the best matches of the night. I think it was the right result. Honestly, I think the Young Bucks actually have more options in their plate now than they did if they won. They could go on another break. They could go. They could reinvent
I want them to go
themselves.
full 2017 Super Kick Party.
They
again.
could just do that.
Just
that would be
all the way back.
the best option.
I want them to do that, but keep losing. You know what I mean? And just be like, okay, this isn't working. Like, we have to figure something else out new. I want them to start with, let's go back to our old shtick, and then it to not work. You know what I mean? And then they have to create something new out of that. I actually kind of wanted the Young Bucks to win because I thought a much more interesting story would be Ospreay and Swerve having to be away from the world title scene.
But that doesn't include the Young Bucks. You got to remember that.
Man, the Young Bucks will find their way.
Always have to have a high-level spot in the story.
Yeah, but they would have still been EVPs.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
They would have easily had high-level stories.
But also the EVP story kind of sucked.
It could have led to them very cockily putting their EVP titles on the line again against another tag team, like maybe challenging for the tag team titles or something.
Yeah.
And then losing it the second try.
That's true.
Because they got too arrogant because they beat Swerve and Ospreay.
Alternatively, what they could do is they could just become totally unhinged, which
Always
we love a good unhinged heel
We
here.
love when someone just fully loses it.
And they could try to do everything to get the EVP title back.
That's true.
Which keeps this story going after All In, which you need at least one to keep going.
Yeah.
It could be this one, and it could.
Well, obviously the Ops and the Death Riders. I think it's almost done. I think
Yeah.
we're at an epilogue with that. You know, maybe one more pay-per-view cycle, and then we're out of that. Obviously, a Dustin Rhodes, Kyle Fletcher story is born out of this show. Both Casino Gauntlet winners. Now there's a story born out of that. And the Nick Wayne Christian. There's plenty of stories to come out of this, but I do like what you're saying. Like I said, I think I said this last week. Like either story was going to be fun, It's very interesting writing wise where we go now. I just think the Swerve and Osprey one would have backed the writers into a corner a little bit more, and I think sometimes, the best and the worst writing comes out of when a writer's backed into a corner, and I was just kind of hoping for the best out of that. So we'll see. Like we said, the match though, just incredible. One of probably the 5 or 6 best matches of the weekend, I think. Onto the women's casino gauntlet here. I thought this one was just a little worse than the men's. I gave it 3.5, so a quarter star drop. The entrance, we had Chris Statlander, Megan Bain, Willow Nightingale, Ty Mello, Tekla, Julia Hart, Queen Aminata, Mina Shirakawa, the eventual winner Athena, Thunder Rosa, is it Siri? Siri, and Alex Windsor. The surprises in that are Siri and Alex Windsor, but they're not really, because Alex Windsor had been getting vignettes on.
She announced she was signed.
Yeah, on Collision she's been getting vignettes, and then Siri was not a surprise for those of us that paid for Honor Club this month to watch Supercard of Honor and saw her vignette on Supercard.
Nor was it a surprise for Stardom watchers who saw that she was on a foreign excursion and kind of put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, so no real surprises in this one. I would say Juice Robinson was the only real surprise of the 2 gauntlets.
I am kind of saddened by that. You had all the talent in the world near you.
There's so many legends that have no current WWE affiliation that were in Dallas.
You literally just had StarCast happening.
StarCast
you could have pulled somebody out of there.
Because there was a huge wrestling convention, so like all kinds of people were there that potentially could. I mean, James Storm was backstage at the show.
Yeah, that would make sense.
He took a picture with Tony Storm.
Throw him some here, get out there, say your line, and do some moves.
How are James Storm and Tony Storm related? Is she his niece or something?
I want to say second cousins twice removed.
And then where does Lance Storm come into this?
Great uncle.
Great uncle. Okay, good to know.
I've always wanted to go to one of those.
To StarCast?
Any one of the conventions.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Kansas, like I said a couple weeks ago, Kansas City had kind of that mini one, and that was pretty fun to go to.
I've always wanted to go to one that CM Punk's at and just cut a promo on him out of nowhere because he knows me, and I just want to try to embarrass him a little bit.
Phil, I'm sorry.
Yeah. What do you think of the gauntlet as a whole? And was Athena the right winner? No, one of the Joshis should have won.
Fuck you. It was a good match. I do think that Athena was the right winner in terms of what's like, Texas. This was the right feel-good moment.
Well, also, Athena's the right winner because it left me genuinely without an idea of who was going to win the women's title still. You know what I mean?
No. Because if
like
Siri wins, it's probably...
Or like if Megan Bain wins, I'm like, okay, Tony's probably winning because that's a face heel.
If Megan wanted to be that.
If Chris Stat or Willow wins, I'm like, ooh, Mercedes is probably winning. But Athena leaves it perfectly ambiguous.
Yes.
To who is going to win the women's world title match. Malloy, what did you think of Siri's debut? His tail started wagging. He likes it.
That's a man of my own.
2 paws up.
Yeah. On to overall match for the women's gauntlet. Anything else?
It was pretty good. I
loved the Chris Stat Megan Bain opening. That was a great 2 openers. Minutes.
Anytime you put Tekla and Queen out in a moving together.
Yeah, I love how they've built this organic women's mid-card feud just by beating the hell out of each other. Like, that's awesome. Like I said, I gave 3.5 stars. Then we had the triple threat tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. This was the first time since 2001 that Christian Cage had competed in a triple threat tag team match. Also, Christian Cage has not held tag team gold since 2002. And that streak continues because the Hurt Syndicate, Shelton and Bobby, beat Nick Wayne and Christian Cage and the team of Jet Speed. I give this 3.25. Probably the worst match of All In for my money. But that being said, still gave it a 3.25, which is a pretty good rating. Like, it was still pretty good. Just didn't compare to the rest of its peers. What do you think of the triple threat tag? And then we'll get into Adam Copeland first. But tag team match first.
I thought it was a good. I thought Jet Speed would have been a fun win. because you put after the MJF win too.
I mean, that would have been Dustin, Athena, Jet Speed, Hangman. It would have just been one too many feel good wins, I think.
It's All In.
Yeah, but you still got
It's your WrestleMania. It's your WrestleMania.
Yeah, but WrestleMania still shouldn't be all feel good wins either. There should
Most
be
of
some,
the time it is.
Most of the time, WrestleMania makes me feel like shit for watching WWE.
Yeah, but
Makes me feel
good wins that are
most of
result of
WrestleMania
a
makes
good
me
match.
feel bad about the company that I'm watching.
and organically created.
That's more recent.
Yeah, well, that's
In the past, it's been more of the WrestleManias that I went to go. We'd go watch them at Hooters, or we'd go split it at somebody's house.
yeah.
And every time, I'm like, come on, he's 1, 2, no, and then he just loses every year. I lost when I did my picks.
Mm-hmm. And then that ended with Night of Champions 2025.
When John Cena beat Shawn Michaels, I was so pissed. That was
Yeah.
another hole in the wall incident for me, and
Yeah.
$50 lost.
So, at the end of this match, Nick Wayne turns on Christian Cage exactly the same way that Christian Cage turned on Jungle Boy Jack Perry once upon a time. And the save is made by Adam Copeland and sit down Jeff Hardy. Penta, you had the title for a couple weeks. Adam Copeland is now the king of getting his shit in before the run-in save. He ran all the way to the
This was
end
the
of the
best
thing.
thing ever.
He walked up. He stopped. He did the horns up or whatever.
Got
yeah,
all the pyro in the world.
all the pyro, and then ran in to make the save with Spike. Just fucking hilarious, dude.
Wait, so who did he save?
He saved
Christian
Christian.
Cage.
No way. So we're going to actually get an Adam
Maybe.
Copeland Christian team up
The
again?
Last Dance.
Maybe. I mean, we will, but
it would
it's
be
not
wrong if it never happened
Yeah,
again.
we definitely will, but it's like the way they did it. They tried to leave it kind of ambiguous for now.
That's
Adam
hilarious.
Cole says, "Hey Christian, go find yourself," which I know he thought he cooked, but it did not sound as good as he thought it did.
Like, this was funnier in my head.
Yeah, I think it was a lot cooler in his head. Was the problem?
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot more of like a
He envisioned Cody Rhodes in there, like
yeah.
And that is a terrible feeling when you say something on the microphone that you've, like, thought about, and then just no reaction, and they just stare at you. One of, like, the worst gut feelings when you're doing a promo.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it looks like we are on the precipice of Edge and Christian reunion. I guess against Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian, maybe Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus. The best scenario would be Nick Wayne and Jordan Oliver.
Is
What do
he
you think, Shane?
Luchasaurus again?
Kill Switch, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. Whatever.
Luchasaurus was way better than just
The big guy in
stealing
the
Kill
dinosaur
Switch.
match. The big guy in the dinosaur mask. That's who I'm talking about. What do you think, Shane? Nick Wayne and who?
Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian's right there.
Kip Sabian's right there. Potential Kill Switch return.
Nick
Jordan
Wayne,
Oliver would be the best pick.
Jordan Oliver's the best pick. Yes.
Nick Wayne and his mom.
Nick Wayne and his mom versus Edge and Christian.
Nick
You know what?
Wayne's mom is
I like the way you
not
think,
going
Jolka.
on.
Go rent that ring. We're putting this on.
We'll start a GoFundMe and everything. Don't you worry.
Yeah. GoFundMe, get Nick Wayne's mom at our Shindy show.
I really want to get if his contract works out the right way, because it looks like it's expiring. If Chris Jericho hit the Indies, I would love for him to be the one to put you through a table.
I am not agreeing to that shit.
Not
not a
Jericho.
chance.
It's just a masked guy.
I was thinking like, well, my friend wants to do it. You want to do it.
What if it's Jericho in a Super Kendo mask?
Gonna be the whole gimmick. Jericho, if you can't do those skip ups, you're not welcome on our show.
He cannot. Not at this age. Maybe he could have once upon a time, but not at this
Or
age.
Jericho just jumps the barricade and pays whoever did it to you.
Yeah.
And that's his only spot in the whole show.
Do
Mhm.
any
$3,000.
either of you know Spanish and can go to Santo Domingo or Mexico City
No.
and track down
not
Super
that
and
enough
track
Spanish.
down Super Kendo?
I know un pequeño Espanol.
Are you trying to send us to Mexico or something?
Yeah, we gotta track down Super Kendo.
We do. The search for Super Kendo. All right, on to the quote-unquote triple main event. even though it's not a real thing.
It's
there's only
one main event match. It's the last match that goes on. I'm sorry.
The triple attraction is. I think it should be something like that. It should be the triple attraction, the triple headliners, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But it's one main event. First, Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship. Fucking awesome match. They did incredible. It was really fun to watch. Toni Storm, her same hilarious, unhinged self. Mercedes Moné, the entrance with all of the Rangers cheerleaders wearing her belts was an entrance of the night.
Very much a tribute to the Jushin Liger Jacob entrance.
Yeah.
You say the Rangers?
Yeah, the Texas Rangers, the baseball team.
Oh, okay.
It was at their stadium. It wasn't at the Cowboy Stadium. It was in the baseball stadium.
The old stadium, wasn't it?
What?
Is it the old stadium or the new stadium?
No, it's Globe Life. It's the one they currently use.
Well, shit. I thought it was the old one.
And so, yeah, of course, the Texas Rangers cheerleaders with all the belts. It just looked awesome. If you haven't seen it, it was a really cool entrance. Toni Storm wins, and I give it 4.5 stars. It was second best match of the night for me. Probably second best of the whole weekend. We'll get there in our favorite things, but very good match. What do you think of Toni and Mercedes?
It was a great match. Right winner.
Right winner? Yep. That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
But I was going to say, neither winner would be terrible. But I think there was a right one in this one.
I do love that it's not just 5 matches. Like, this is a pretty extensive card.
Isn't it nice when
Yeah.
wrestling cards are more than 5 matches, Hunter Hearst Helmsley?
And this was, what, only $50 for the pay-per-view?
Yeah, $50, I think. Yeah, I think
That's not bad for all of this quality matches you're getting out of one show.
Yeah. Yeah, Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quit
Hunter
trying-
Hearst Helmsley.
Quit trying to be the topic of conversation by fucking counter-programming. Actually be the topic of conversation by putting on good wrestling shows. How about that?
Yeah, that would be...
Well, he
Did
did.
you guys see
Key.
that quote this week?
He did this week.
Where
to
they
be
were,
fair.
I think it was from Brian Alvarez. I keep tripping over words this week. I don't know what's up with me. But he said that, like, he heard from someone in WWE that the counter-programming is so that they're the topic of conversation. Or so they at least share the conversation.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know what would share the conversation? If you put on good wrestling shows. And they did do that with Evolution, and we'll get there here in a bit. But, like, for the most part, 2025 has been pretty shit for WWE. I think I can look here. I liked Evolution.
I swear AEW should just throw it in their face, one of those shows, and just call it AEW Double Booked.
Yeah.
Only show to see.
Well, I saw someone say AEW should schedule Full Gear the same night as Survivor Series, but make it a free show on YouTube.
That would
Oh
be
my
crazy.
god!
That would be the funniest move. I liked the Royal Rumble as a whole. I'll give them that. I did not like the winner of either Royal Rumble match, but as a whole, the show was good. Elimination Chamber was fine. It was pretty good. I don't know. I mixed on Elimination Chamber. Other than that, it's been really, especially since Elimination Chamber. So since February 1st. Or no, that was March 1st. Since March 1st, it has been very tough sledding for WWE. Post-Elimination Chamber, my highest-rated WWE show this year was an average of 3.25 stars. That's stars per match. And that was WrestleMania Night 2.
Makes sense.
But anyway, back to AEW. Sorry for my weekly anti-WWE rant, even though I'll still tune into Raw next week.
Well, we had to take a quick commercial break because this was an actual wrestling show.
Yeah.
So it takes a long time to
Yeah,
go through
well,
all
you
the
gotta go
matches.
picture.
Yeah, we had to go quick Jimmy John's commercial. That was the one good thing they did. They got me wanting Jimmy John's.
Okay.
Can we get Wingstop?
Yeah. Like,
Every goddamn time I do Wingstop ad, I want Wingstop.
oh, they just kept bringing up Jimmy John's, and I was like, man, that sounds really good.
Man,
You know what's-
WWE screwed me with their advertising. The night they did all Jurassic Park, I went and saw Jurassic Park, and it was fucking terrible. I wanted to leave halfway
If it
Yeah.
makes
through.
you feel any better, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 just came out, and they had Taco Bell season in there. So
My wife was like, "How'd you like the movie?" I'm like, "Fucking Triple H," and I'm just walking out the fucking theater.
Yeah.
how was the movie? Fucking Triple H.
Yeah, I gave up on new Jurassic Park stuff after the last one. The last one was so crap that I was like, you know what?
See, I thought the last one was decent, and for this is just terrible.
Yeah,
If
no.
my wife wasn't with me, I would have been gone halfway through.
That's crazy. Yeah, the first Jurassic Park, incredible, one of my favorite movies of all time. The first Jurassic World, pretty good. I liked it. The rest of them, I'm not a fan. I haven't liked any of the sequels. Yeah.
The one that starts with the raptor being wild, that's the one where it just starts getting a little too out there for me.
All right. Let's see. What's the segue here? Speaking of dinosaurs, Don Callis was out there for the next match.
You're right. He is a dinosaur.
Yeah. Kazuchika Okada putting the Continental title on the line. Kenny Omega putting the International title on the line to create the new AEW Unified Championship. I give this 4.25. Definitely not on par with the other Kenny Okada matches I've watched. I haven't watched all of them. I think I've watched 2 of them, maybe 3, but it was never going to, obviously. But still pretty good. Feels like Okada winning definitely leaves the door open.
Yeah.
Because now it's 2-1. 1 draw, 2 wins each. Where do you think we see that? Do you think that's an all-in next year? Do you think this is a Rock Cena year-long build?
Wrestle Dynasty.
Something like that.
Year-long builds are great if you do them right.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did the right. I think it did right with the Rock Cena one.
The Rock Cena one wasn't, or I guess the second match wasn't as much of a year-long build as it was a regular keep the show going, and then it comes back around to it.
Right. Their first match build was
that
great.
First year-long build.
The problem is there's only been like 1 or 2 good year-long builds.
Yeah.
Sting Hogan, which
payoff was
the build.
The build we put in our Criterion collection. Like that's one of probably the greatest build to any match of all time was Sting Hogan.
You could even say Goldberg Hogan for his Goldberg's streak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you
I don't
want to
think
do
he was
that.
quite around a year though, wasn't it?
No,
like
it was
9 or 10 months,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
It was. I thought it was a little over a year.
We just watched the Georgia Dome Nitro for one of our classics, so I think it was like 9 or 10 months that he was around before he got that world title shot.
Sucky ass Nitro, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's a shit episode of TV, but it's.
But when I was still
moments.
young enough to believe that was completely real, and I was watching that live. I lost my shit when Goldberg beat Hogan.
You thought it was completely real when Tokyo Magnum got put through 2 tables?
Oh yeah. I remember one time I saw Lex Luger get put through a table on an episode of Saturday Night, and then I go to watch Nitro. I'm like, there's no way Lex Luger's gonna be here. He's got to be like injured from that table. And he starts walking out, and I'm just like, I don't understand how he's still alive.
Yeah. What was real were the yellow Braves jerseys Public Enemy were wearing that were awesome. I will give the show that. Back to Okada and Omega. Another, like we said, a great match. I gave it 4.25. Anything else on the match? A lot of people said they felt like they held back. How do you feel about that?
I don't think they held back. I just think they're not
what they used to be.
Are at their peak anymore. It's not holding back. It's how they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Okada.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And then the main event. The only 5-star I handed out this weekend. I still haven't finished GCW, so who knows? Effie and Atticus could really blow my mind. But Jon Moxley, Hangman Adam Page, Texas Death for the AEW Men's World Title. Thoughts? I'll open the floor to you first, Shane.
Moxley took like 3 fuck-ass bumps.
Several fuck-ass bumps.
So even if he won, I would have been disappointed because anytime he takes a fuck-ass bump, the match is still good to me. But this felt like this could be every big major show like this, like All In, WrestleMania. The ending should feel like it could pass as a series finale to me.
Mm-hmm. I do believe in that. Yes.
And this felt like that. AEW could end to not tomorrow, and I'll be fine.
You know what kept echoing through my mind when I was watching that Dean Ambrose is a pussy. Because Jon Moxley is so much more badass than that character that he played in WWE.
Well, yeah, he was pussified, if you will.
Like,
damn.
It took the cojones off of Jon Moxley, and that was Dean Ambrose.
Because I've been seeing clips of him lately where he took a spike and just started railing him in the head. I'm like,
yeah.
Man, that guy is a
he
team
took
player.
A fork
to the head
into the match.
Yeah, 3 minutes into the match, fork in the head. Of course, the finish where he's being hung with the chain is insane.
That is the tapping out, not passing out. Tapping out was the correct finish.
And the way he did it, where he's scrambling to get back up on the apron to like relieve the pressure, but then he gets up there and realizes, oh shit, this didn't work.
Yeah.
And then he taps out. That was incredible. The way he's like an animal, like just freaking out. Like, it was so insane.
The Death Riders, Jon Moxley, should not have tapped, which is why it's the best direct kind ending.
Mm-hmm. Well, because at the end of the day, he needed to be proven wrong. And he did accomplish his goal of lifting AEW, but he was wrong. Like, it wasn't the young people that needed to step up. It was the hero of AEW, the established main character of AEW who needed to step up, and that was Hangman Adam Page, and that's where we got.
Absolutely,
And
WrestleMania main event feel.
Mm-hmm. And what's also really cool about it is not only did the hero of AEW step up, AEW's biggest villain got him there. AEW's two biggest villains got him there. Their real-life biggest villain, CM Punk, is what kicked off his whole downward spiral. And then their on-TV biggest villain, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, is what kicked off the run this year that led to Hangman winning the Owen Hart Cup and finding himself here. So it's really interesting that that's kind of and that's what this always should have been. Moxley always was supposed to be wrong because he's the bad guy. You know, Lex Luthor's supposed to be wrong. The Joker is supposed to be. Darth Vader is supposed to be wrong. Like these, or I guess more Emperor Palpatine's supposed to be wrong. Like it. That's how this is supposed to be.
I wish it was like My Rise.
If they're not wrong, they're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish it was like My Rise where they could like see a little bit into the future of like what happened if Mox wins.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see something like that at least once in wrestling where the heel who's wrong wins.
Mm-hmm.
Because you do it all the time in the games.
Yeah.
That's like the cliche story in the game.
Yeah. So, yeah, match was incredible. What is your grade for the Moxley title reign? I think it's like a B plus. Really?
No. It was terrible until 2 months ago.
Oh, I liked it the whole way through. I was having a great time.
I think a D.
A D, okay.
It's not a fail because there are still good moments, but
Mhm.
everything from World's End on has just been. World's End up to Double or Nothing has been terrible.
Oh, I was enjoying. I've enjoyed the whole thing. I always thought people were being overly critical of it, and like I saw the structure that we were building, and I understood. Like, you know what I mean? They what was supposed to happen. I don't know. I liked it the whole way through. I justified it the whole way through. I know a lot of people didn't like the Adam Copeland stuff, but I thought that worked to legitimize what Moxley was saying, that the old guard does need to step away and that the newer people do need to step up. And then at the end, he ultimately was wrong, though, because it was Hangman. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Hangman's title reign. Interested to see where it goes. Obviously, we're going to be going into a Hangman MJF feud. What do you think is next for Jon Moxley?
I don't know. I think time off. I think that's where they're gonna go with it.
Mm-hmm. After like All Out probably or whatever's next.
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah, they'll build some. They're probably some sort of rematch with Hangman maybe. I don't know, but we'll see.
Victorian era chamber match for all the medieval torture devices.
That is something.
Put
Jon
him on
Moxley,
the stretcher.
That's something Jon Moxley would do. What?
Oh, we'll talk about a DCW corner.
Okay. Yeah, that was interesting to see. Where do Okada and Omega go from here?
Okada goes on and he'll face some random guy. The upper mid card for that title. Be a good series. Omega.
I could see the unified title being more like a world title though.
They do need another. They don't need another world title though. That's the thing.
Okay.
But I think of who's going to be on it will be
Yeah, like
but
a secondary world title.
That's kind of a problem if AEW
Still below the title that Hangman won.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Almost a world, like not just a mid. It's an upper mid card title.
It's the big Goldie, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's a problem with that in the women's division in AEW. They don't have a mid card title anymore because it's on Mercedes Moné. That's not a mid carder.
Mm-hmm.
That's nowhere near a mid carder.
Yeah. What do you think Mercedes does next? Do you think we start to see her dropping belts?
I think this should just start dropping the belts in succession. It started with Azumi. That was the first crack, and that's why I kind of had a hunch she's gonna lose at all in.
She's perfect setup to go to a rock bottom fucking story.
Well, that's what this is gonna happen, because the first loss was in May, and she still was like, still got held back. But now she lost the big match. She looked beatable against Mia Shirakawa. I think she'll lose the CMLL one first, and the last one will be the TNT.
I think, or the TBS.
TBS, yeah.
I think just because of scheduling, I think the Rev Pro one is more likely first because I know she has an upcoming defense of that. But still, I get what you're saying. I do like that idea too. I hope the Hurt Syndicate and Jet Speed continue a little feud out of this. I've been liking their work, so I hope we don't see the end of that. What Swerve Ospreay? We talked about the Young Bucks' future a bit. What's Swerve and Ospreay? What do you think they're gonna do? Do you think one of them is Okada's first challenger?
I think Ospreay is more likely to be Okada's first challenger. I think Swerve is going to have a respectful rivalry against Hangman.
Yeah, instead of like. Instead of like Texas Death and stuff, it's very respectful, like classic stipulations, like 2 out of 3 falls, or like an Iron Man match or something. Very just
Vermont's match.
Technical, yes. The Vermont death match, and it's just like a regular match.
Vermont death match.
Let's see. Next
there's
would be
there's your title, by the way. Vermont death match. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm writing it down right now. Dustin Rhodes, how long until he drops at the Kyle Fletcher? Do we get to like a pay-per-view? Is it in a few weeks on Dynamite?
I think it'll be in Chicago. I don't know when, though.
Okay. What about Forbidden Door? Could it be some sort of like 4-way where it's like Dustin, Kyle, 2 New Japan guys?
I like that, but I just don't think it goes that long. I don't think
it goes that long.
No.
Don't think it gets a month? All right. I think that's pretty much it for where do we go from here. Other than for us, what is this about?
Braun
Breaker? Braun. Oh, LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron, yes.
Okay. Well, you
can't just say Braun on a wrestling
on a wrestling
show.
podcast. I'm like, Braun Breaker? Braun Strowman?
Braun Breaker's getting traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Cooper Flag and a first next year.
Seth Rollins' group is growing.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag's a big pickup.
Braun Breaker is getting traded to the Chicago Bears.
They could use him. Right. They could use him.
Speaking of Seth Rollins, would you like to get on to WWE for the weekend?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, we'll go. Did either of you watch anything from NXT? I did not.
No.
I watched Inamura.
How was that?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Up until the finish.
I have heard good things about the Ricky Starks Ethan Page match, but I just didn't have time to get to it.
I saw it at a 9 on Cage match, but after, just kind of surprising. The Inamura Open Fame match was great until Josh Briggs got involved. You can imagine
Is he the one that's the son of Bull Buchanan, or is that Brooks Jensen?
That's Brooks Jensen.
That's Brooks Jensen. Okay, so not the good one. Damn it. When's Bull Buchanan going to get involved in NXT?
That's a great question.
Okay, so nothing from Great American Bash. We'll go in chronological order here. We'll start with Saturday night's main event and then go into Evolution. Starting, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, one-on-one again. Randy Orton accompanied to the ring by Jelly Roll. Drew McIntyre accompanied by Logan Paul. They went on to have a 3-star match that probably would have been higher without Jelly Roll and Logan Paul being involved at all. Probably would have been a 3.5.
My favorite sentence of all time from wrestling right now is Jelly Roll gets physical with Logan Paul.
I mean, that was a highlight for me, just watching him put Logan Paul on his ass. When he pushed him the 3rd time, I'm like, oh, that just made me mad.
Anybody who puts Logan Paul on his ass gets a little bit of a bump from me.
And I don't want to write off all of celebrity wrestling, right? Jelly Roll could be pretty cool. My problem here is, 1, Logan Paul. I don't like anything he's involved with. 2, this is a waste of 2 of my favorite wrestlers, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. Like, this is a waste of their talent. I
Well,
think.
You know how
No
big?
disrespect to Jelly Roll, but
Do you remember how
sorry.
big Jelly Roll was?
Yeah, he's a lot
Huge.
slimmer.
WWE, he wanted to do something with WWE, and they said you had to lose a bunch of weight, and that's why he lost the weight,
okay.
was
So
to
he put
actually
work
do
in
something.
at
With,
least.
yeah, he worked for
But
about
I
a year and a
I don't
half.
like that it's Randy Orton and
It makes no sense that it's
and
Randy
Drew.
Orton.
like think about the Stephen Amell thing was perfect because it was Stardust and Wade Barrett and Adrian Neville. Three good to great wrestlers and a celebrity, but ultimately they weren't very high on the card.
Right.
I don't like this because of the guys involved. Like, because of which guys are involved, I guess. If this was, I don't even know. Like, if this was, like, Pretty Deadly or the Street Profits, or if this was... I think the Street Profits would probably be the highest echelon that I'd be okay with. Anybody below that would have been fine. The Miz. People like that I would have been fine with. But... then we got Solo Sikoa versus... I know exactly what video you're watching right now.
Yeah.
Tomi Hiroshi putting the hat on the Rizzler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solo Sikoa defended his United States title, his first defense against his brother, Jimothy Uso. 1 3/4. This match sucked. I did not have a good time at all. Hikuleo and Tamatanga, or Watanga Loga. Hikuleo, one of the other Tongans, and JC Mateo were there. I will not call him Tala Tonga because that's a stupid fucking name.
It's a terrible
I
name.
literally looked at him and said, "Oh, he's the taller Tongan."
Yep.
Tala Tonga. Stupid. I hate that. So he is Hikuleo to me forever. What do you guys think of the U.S. title match?
Garbage.
Fucking sucked. Like, it was, yeah.
Do I have to say something good or
No, you don't.
that's awful?
Jimmy Uso's a good wrestler. I like Jimmy Uso. as a
Jimmy Uso's
singles
good. Yeah. It's funny how Solo's team is just a crappy New Japan fans look at it.
Mhm.
Like he was watching that during COVID, like, man, if I could get those guys for my team, I'd be unstoppable. And he went and got them for some fucking
It's
reason.
like he's a fan of the worst era of Bullet Club
And Jeff Cobb.
in Jeff Cobb, which being a fan of Jeff Cobb, that's fine. He was pretty awesome.
But like he was heavier than the Gorillas, and that's that. Well, after they got cut off from the Bullet Club, he was like, "Ah, I can't wait to see them go on their own."
Mhm.
And like, oh, I hope
Yeah.
they get fired.
Fun little stat here: Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy Uso, the 500th WWE match I've given it a star rating to. Unfortunate one for that to land on. but
Hey,
that
is
is
Solo
what it
win
was.
though?
Solo did win, yes.
Where were they at?
Atlanta.
Is it Atlanta, Saudi Arabia?
No, yes, it was.
Out of Atlanta.
Based on Solo Sikoa winning in Asuka's attire at Evolution. I believe it was Atlanta, Saudi Arabia. Seth Rollins versus LA Knight, a match that was pretty fun, cut short due to injury. Apparently Seth Rollins does have a real injury he's dealing with. It appears he was not actually injured in the match. It appears he was injured before the match, went into it with an injury, and then they did that whole setup specifically to write him off.
Huh.
That is what I've read, at least. That could prove to be untrue. I don't remember where I read that.
I think it's a legit injury, but it wasn't from the back spring or the backflip. It was from the swanton that he did. If you watch it in slow motion, you can see where his knee and his leg just go separate directions. And in that moment, his face just lights up. You watch the slow-mo of it. It looks like a legit injury.
But I still gave it 3 stars. It was fun for what it was. LA Knight grabs the win. I kind of not much to talk about other than Seth's injury because it kind of renders the rest of it
Right.
Where we don't really know where we are with it. So, and in the main event, 14 minutes of Gunther versus Goldberg. What a
I could have
fucking
given
match.
Gunther a better match, and that was terrible.
I like
Yeah.
Goldberg. I love when they bring him back for some fun. This was awful. This
Yeah,
was
this was not very
terrible.
Like,
I still gave it a 2. It wasn't as bad as Solo and Jimmy for me.
No, it wasn't.
But it was not good.
it was clothesline after clothesline, and then simple slam, and oof.
Yeah.
Of course, he got a jackhammer in at least.
Yeah, he got a spear in also, didn't he? Yeah, so
Yeah.
whatever. Goodbye, Goldberg, I guess.
Goldberg is never coming back to WWE the way he's talking now.
Really?
He said in 2 weeks he'll tell you it, but I'm pissed off how I went out there. So
NBC cut off his
Yeah.
speech at the end.
I mean, he had like 173 people in the ring with him. Like,
Yeah.
I brought all these people.
Yeah, he had one for every win in the streak.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking. Why was Ernest the Cat Miller in his posse? Josh Barnett.
WCW.
Bloodsport. He's gonna wrestle in Bloodsport.
Fuck, I hope not. Training.
Yeah. Dude, also the lamest thing of all time. Gage Goldberg wearing a shirt of himself.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious, dude.
When the Rizzler does it, it's cute and charming. When Gage Goldberg does it, it's boy.
Because he's like
doing?
17. Like you're almost an adult, dude. This is super cringe.
Love to see him come into wrestling and just do the reverse streak. He loses 173 times in a row.
You say that as if one of the best of all time didn't do that coming into his career. That's the worst part.
Who, Kurt Hawkins?
Yeah. The Kenta Kobashi.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. That was his first 66 matches.
Really? I did not know that. You guys want to talk about the good WWE show from this weekend?
Yeah. I have some thoughts. So,
Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria versus Bayley is how we kicked off the show. Hell of an opener. I really enjoyed this match. I gave it 3 3/4. What'd you guys think of it?
I gave it 3.5.
Okay. Becky wins. Is that the right winner?
I did not see most of that show.
Oh, really?
I've only seen the Money in the Bank cash-in match.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was good. Any thoughts on Becky as the winner, Shane?
I think it's a good winner. You know, I thought I wanted to win, but it's Becky, so it's not that bad win.
I mean, it's definitely not the end of that storyline with those three.
It's not.
JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's title.
Stupid finish, but otherwise
fine match. Yeah, that's kind of where I am. 3 1/4.
I gave it 3.
Yeah. The obligatory NXT Women's title match on an Evolution card. I like that. Then we had Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Sol Ruca and Zarya versus the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag team titles. I thought Sol Ruca and Zarya really stood out. They really developed a great tag team.
So much chemistry.
I love their entrance where it's like Zarya's thing, and then Sol jumps over her and does and then her music hits. And
I don't think Solo could jump over Zarya.
No, he could not.
That would be a great moment, though. Just out of nowhere and then leaves.
Yeah.
Comedic Solo would be the way to go.
Comedic Solo is the best form of Solo.
Yeah.
But the problem is they keep doing Comedic Solo in a main event spot, which is just not where he should be.
No,
as a wrestler.
The only way that would work is if they turn him face.
Mm-hmm.
They turn him face.
I think he could be. I mean, he can start as a comedic heel, but over time, people will be like, "This guy's funny," and he'll turn face naturally. But yeah,
have him work a series with Ron Killings.
Mm-hmm. A 7-match series with Ron Killings.
Sure, why not?
What do you think of the tag title match?
It was fine.
That was a lot of fun. I gave it 3.5.
I gave it 3.
Okay. I like the Kabuki Warriors being back. Crazy how much of a pop Charlotte Flair got just for being with Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss also getting a crazy pops right now. Yeah, I can't stand Charlotte Flair, but I can acknowledge that she got a great pop at the show. Everybody was excited to see her. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship.
Pulling an end of Heartache out of your bag is crazy from Tiffany.
Yeah. I give it 3 stars though. This was not very good. It was fun and it was fine,
yeah.
but
I gave it 2 3/4.
It wasn't. It doesn't hold to a lot of the rest of the show. It is better than this next match though, in my mind. Naomi versus Jade Cargill versus Jade Cargill street fight with Bianca Belair as the special referee. What did you think of the choice to have Bianca as the referee?
It made sense.
Did you like it?
I didn't see that part.
Okay. Do you think? Yeah. Okay.
What happened?
Just Bianca as the special ref kind of added some drama to the match, but ultimately it still wasn't a very good match.
Oh, really? Did she call it down the middle?
I think I don't. Honestly, I've put it out of my mind. There's been so much wrestling that this kind of fell to the wayside. I gave it 2.5 stars though when I watched it, so I was like, this is whatever. What do you think, Shane?
It was whatever. Yeah.
Was Jade the right winner?
No.
No, should have been Naomi. That's what I thought also. The Battle Royal for a shot at any women's title, I believe, at Clash in Paris. Won by Stephanie Vaquer. Let me see if I can find you the other participants in said battle royal here. Where are the results? All right. Other participants in order of elimination were Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame, Ivy Nile, Natalia, Maxine Dupree, Candice LeRae, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, Julia, B-Fab, Meechin, Zelina Vega, Alba Fire, Lola Vice, Piper Niven, Chelsea Green, Nikki Bella, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. Not the best field for a battle royal. Still a bit of fun. Still a pretty solid match. I give it 3 1/4. I think Steph was a great pick to win. What do you think?
I thought it was all right. I like Vickers. A great winner. I would agree. I think that Julia being eliminated that quickly is terrible choice, and I think that it is more than time to end the Zelina Vega experiment. It's never worked. It's not going to work.
Okay.
Good match, though.
Finally, the main event started out as Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. Naomi cashes in mid-match to make it a triple threat, Seth Rollins style. Pretty great match. I gave it a 4. Easily the best match of the WWE weekend. Not the best match when you count everything else, but
Definitely best fan reaction.
yeah, I got an insane fan reaction.
Well, obviously. It's Rhea Ripley.
What'd you think of it, Jan?
I didn't think Io should have dropped the belt so soon. I think it should have gone further or cashed in.
Didn't she have like
on-
a 6-month reign?
She had 2 defenses.
Okay, well that's dumb. But yeah,
Also, there could be
that's because they have
the other title.
30 titles in 5 matches of pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Evolution had 7, which is them breaking out of their mold a bit. But goddamn, dude, that of course nobody gets any title defenses.
Right.
And they're not going to give those away for free
No.
because it's fucking WWE. All they care about is money. Yeah, I thought the cash-in at Evolution was fun. Question for just maybe for discussion here. Does WWE actually care about women's wrestling?
No.
Okay.
They used to.
Did they?
They used to.
Why was there 7 years in between
They-
Evolutions then?
They used to care the following years. The 80s. 95. To the 2017.
Yeah.
2025.
2018 also. 2017, 2018 kind of together, yeah.
Like it got a really good start, a really big push, and then now it's just being pushed on
Well,
us.
now,
It feels.
everything with the women is a here, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Women's tag titles. Here, damn, we'll give you women's tag titles, but then they don't build out a tag division, and the tag titles suck the whole time.
Right, and then they'll take over like half of Raw now.
Everybody-
with terrible matches.
Everybody calls for mid-card women's titles. Here, damn, mid-card women's titles. Fine, just take them. We're not going to do anything actually interesting with them. I mean, the IC thing is interesting right now, but...
Right, they couldn't do a Night of Champions and put all of their champions in one show.
And then it's, oh, you want an all-women's pay-per-view? Here, damn, we're not going to do another one for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want another one? Here, fucking take it. But we're also going to do an all-men's show the same weekend.
Right.
And who knows how long it is. Triple H, if they cared, Saturday night's main event wouldn't have been this weekend. NXT's excusable, but Saturday night's main event would not have been this weekend.
Right.
And Triple H would have confirmed in the press conference, yeah, Evolution will be back next year. But he didn't do that. He left it open because they don't actually fucking care about women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep trying to appease the vocal part of the fan base that cares about women's wrestling and wants better for the women because they don't actually care.
Right.
So that's my take on Evolution. It was one of their best shows of the year. Yeah, let me see where I would stack it. Yeah, for me, easily their third best show of the year behind Chamber and Royal Rumble. But yet, they don't actually care.
Right.
I don't know. How many times do the women have to prove themselves? How many times do the fans have to call for it before they actually start caring? Or will they ever start caring? You know what I mean? And it's not like they don't make money. Rhea's the goddamn biggest pop in the company. She has to be one of the top merch sellers.
Absolutely.
Month after month. Like, they make money. Like, you can't even throw that excuse that is often thrown around with WWE. Well, oh, that doesn't make money.
Right.
They don't do this cool thing because it doesn't make money. Well, this is a cool thing they can do that will make money.
I think if they really cared, they'd split it up to have a separate WWE and call it Women's Wrestling Entertainment and just have it a complete women's side and then a complete men's
true. I
side.
mean, that's how
Have
they do it in
different
Japan.
complete divisions.
That'd be such a good idea. The Japanese have already been doing it for 50 years.
Yeah. Really, I just think if they cared, they would do stuff like this more regularly.
Right.
Also, they wouldn't have put it across the street from a Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
You know, like they still, and that's another point to them making money. They still had a great crowd in that building, despite the fact that fucking Beyonce was playing across the street. You know what I mean? Like, and despite the fact that they also put Saturday Night's Main Event on in the same arena the night before, and that Great American Bash was in the same town the day before. Like, despite all of that, they still had a good crowd for Evolution. Obviously, the women can be profitable, and they continuously do awesome stuff. But yet, WWE doesn't care. Tape up the light tubes, take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW corner.
We had a big event this week. It was Boss of All Bosses.
Which I have watched most of. I will put that out there.
Live from Dallas, Texas.
Mhm.
Of course, he would have been there if it wasn't for not being able to go anymore.
Walmart Corporation. Yep.
Yes. However, it was a big event, and it had some pretty marquee matches on the card. We're going to go through them one by one and just talk about them and how good they were, how not good they were, et cetera, et cetera. First of all, we got the six-way scramble match with Gringo Loco, Bobby Flacco, local hero Cappuccino Jones,
SCK.
Dulce Tormenta, Gavin Ash, and Jack Cartwheel. Gavin Ash does not have a cage match page, by the way, so he's kind of an up-and-comer.
Yeah, I think they said he just graduated high school.
That tracks, knowing how young these guys are getting these days.
Yeah.
Cappuccino, his first, one of his first big GCW events, did pretty well.
Yeah, I thought this was a really fun match. I gave us 3 3/4.
I mean, it's a
scramble.
Scramble is always be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Our next match is an interesting one. Joey Janela, Man Like DeReese.
I didn't like this match.
You have to like both the competitors to really like it.
Yeah.
However,
I am at best neutral on Joey Janela, and I'm not a fan of Man Like DeReese.
However, interestingly enough, it is fun that Janela's kind of going heel again.
Against, of all people, Brody Lee Jr.
Yeah. Brody Lee Jr. popped up here.
He's feuding with a 13-year-old.
Hit a Canadian tracks for Joey Janela, by the way.
Yeah.
Does a Canadian destroyer to Janela. Janela's now 0-2 to a 13-year-old.
Yep. I mean, not officially. He's 0-1 to the 13-year-old.
Yeah, officially.
Yeah. But I gave it 2 stars. I didn't think it was very good.
It
probably would have been less without the Brody Lee Jr. stuff. Probably brought it up for me, but yeah, it wasn't.
I gave it 2.5, and that was whatever. Then in the Garage Beer Rules match, which is something I still don't understand fully.
Some sort of local beer company.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
No, I could buy it at Dillon's. It's the one by the. It's the one.
Okay, but it might be like Dallas owned. It might be like they might be.
They have the Kelseys as like their thing. That's like their big thing is the Kelseys.
Okay, well, it still could be a company from Dallas, man.
I'm looking it up.
I don't know. It just.
Anyways, they sponsor.
Beer.
They sponsor Cardona. And they started sponsoring. It's the Kelsey's beer.
Like the Kelsey family's beer?
Yeah, Travis and Jason.
Okay, I am 21 plus. Let me look at this company.
Which begs the question. Which Kelsey brother is the wrestling nerd? Is it Jason or Travis?
It's almost certainly Travis.
Could you imagine Taylor Swift at a fucking GCW show?
That would be crazy.
Should be wearing sunglasses, a parka.
Well, no, there's a picture of Sofia Vergara at a PWG show.
That's really funny.
And she captions, "I think they are dead."
That was really funny. It's definitely Travis, right?
It's
I don't know.
gotta be.
George Kittle probably got him on it at Tight End University.
Gotta be.
Tight ends love wrestling,
That would make the most sense.
I gave this Cardona and Shotzi 3 stars. I thought ultimately I wanted more out of it, but it was still a fun time.
Yeah. Then we get to our interesting tag team match
Mm-hmm.
where Kerry Morton and Manson Warner take on One Called Manders and Mr. and one half of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton.
Yeah, of course, father of Kerry Morton.
Kerry Morton,
Continuing this forever feud.
total asshole, by the way.
Dude, imagine Kerry Morton and Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio and Ricky Morton.
Book that shit.
This was fine. It was a little bit of fun. I gave it 2 3/4.
It was it's what you expected for a match between
old ass
Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton.
Yeah. Manders and Mance Warner was fun though. So
then the best match of the night by not a lot, but it definitely was.
definitely the best match I've watched so far.
It's
nearly made my top.
It's
3.
the best match of the night.
Is it? Okay.
KJ Orso, Stam Stackhouse in the I Quit match. These two nearly killed each other.
Mm-hmm.
KJ gets the win by attacking Sam's wife. What a way to end the match. I
mean,
gave this 4.5.
I also give it 4.5. I mean, the fucking just pouring out blood was Sam Stackhouse.
Speaking of blood, we'll get to that later. YDM
Insane match.
with the next match, YDMP and Alex Price and Jordan Oliver versus Dante Leon and Ninja Mac, a team that I think they were teaming Noah for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was
I think
okay.
They said they had one GCW appearance together before or something like that. I think that's what.
I
commentary
definitely
said.
saw both of them in a scramble match at some point.
Yeah. I had a fun time. I give it 3.5.
I liked it. It was a little long, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a little long. Yeah, I'll give you that. And then that's the end of what I've seen. I have not gotten into the last.
Then I
So
won't.
we'll,
I won't spoil the next match for you. Then I will say one spot in one of them though, but I
okay.
won't spoil them.
You can spoil them. I
Alright.
don't really care
Okay.
that much, but let's.
So this one, our next match is the former WWE match, the former NXT match. This was Elena Black versus Priscilla Kelly. This is Cora Jade versus Gigi Dolan.
Was supposed to be Masha Slamovich.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
She got pulled for some NXT work that day.
Yes, she did.
Which kind of sucks.
I hate you, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yeah. So yeah, I did not watch this match. So you can just talk a little bit about it.
It was whatever.
Mhm.
It was an on-the-fly match. This could have been a bigger deal than it was, but
I will finish this show tonight, but I did not yet get to it in time.
The next match is the Ultravon title match, Matt Tremont, John Wayne Murdoch, and let me explain to you a spot from this match because it is insane.
Just a reminder, this is the title earlier, the first title that Shane said he would want to win if he was a wrestler.
Yes. John Wayne Murdoch takes a gusset plate and plops it on the head of Matt Tremont.
Oh, we forgot to mention there was some gusset plate action in the KJ Orso.
Yes,
Sam,
there was.
Sam
Of course,
Stackhouse
there was. It's a big I Quit match. So there's a gusset plate on the head of Matt Tremont,
Mhm.
the big, beautiful, bald-headed Matt Tremont. John Wayne Murdoch takes a chair, and it hits him over the head right on the gusset plate.
I saw that coming as soon as you said the placement of it. I was like, yeah, there's a chair. The chair's about to hit this thing.
The gusset plate falls off. Tremont hulks up. He does like a pose, right? He does a scream, right? Blood shoots out of his head. It is
Oh my
shooting
God.
out the top of his head as he's screaming, and he destroys Murdoch with a lariat. It is the best spot I've seen in a death match in years.
That is crazy.
It is the best color spot I've seen in wrestling maybe ever. Matt Tremont defeated Murdoch. This is the second best match of the night. The final match, the main event, it was all right. I don't know what the big deal was. They teased Charles Mason. He wasn't even at the show. He was at House of Glory, which was 35 minutes away. So it wasn't really going to happen. But Effie beat Atticus Cogar, of course, with some shenanigans along the way from Otis and Christian Napier.
Yeah, the other guy, yeah.
It was okay. It was pretty good. Not the best match of the night by far. It was beat I Quit. Second best match would probably be Ultraviolet title. I think it's the third best match of the night. That's the big show. There's an upcoming show this Thursday. It is GCW versus JCW.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of. I think the one I'm ready for is Saturday.
In Detroit, and on Saturday, in Coney Island at the Barbade Ballpark, the home of the Single A Brooklyn Cyclones. We reviewed Field of Honor, same ballpark.
Yeah. Yep.
It is, I forget what the full name is, but it's GCW the ballpark.
Mm-hmm. Go check out the Field of Honor review if you want. It's on the channel. You can go check that out.
And then one more show lined up. I have a full match card for us. Let's go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Live from the Gathering of the Juggalos, the 2-day war night 1 has had its card released. It'll be at 11:45 p.m. Eastern, so keep that in mind.
The real show is the fights that are going to happen in the crowd at the
Yeah,
gathering
there
of the
might
Juggalos.
be this might not be the best match. The best match will be in will be Bob from Springfield, Illinois, who's missing like 5 teeth, has the whole makeup on, versus like Jeff, who's 21.
The best match is going to be when the crowd goes wild from being on hallucinogenics and 3/4 of them are on drugs.
Yeah, that's why Jeff and Bob are going to do a shirtless fight in a mud pit. Come on.
They can do one body slam, that whole crowd's going to be like, whoa, bro.
All right, so a questionable allegiance 3-way between Shane Mercer, who we know is on JCW, Mega Wolf, and Bam Sullivan. Drew Parker versus... Oh, my... I just realized who Mr. 50s was.
Yeah, it's Drake Younger, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Drew Parker in a death match versus Drake fucking Younger. Give me a fucking break.
A crook bloke.
Intergender battle between the Rejects and Masha Samovich versus Alex Crowley and the Backseat Boys, who one half of destroyed his ankle.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Vandal 48, the Coker Brothers, and Trisha Napier. Hey, do you remember Steven Flo?
Steven.
Yeah, that guy?
Oh, yeah.
How about Cocaine?
Cocaine, the
remember
white
Cocaine.
cane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two are to me.
White in his suit. Obviously, original Kane was also white. But white as in his outfit is white.
Yeah, do you remember those two guys?
Yeah.
They're teaming with Mosh Pit and Mike against Vandal 48, the Coker Brothers, and Christian Napier. They might die.
Yeah.
They might die.
Steven Flo and Cocaine, dude.
Versus
A guy
Atticus,
based on Pearl Jam.
Atticus,
Cocaine
and
Bud.
Oak and Cocaine, which is straight edge Atticus Coker, is
that's
the
awesome.
batch is the best part of that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Too Tough Tony versus Joey Janela in a Street War grudge match. Dr. Redacted versus Mickey Knuckles in a wartime death match. And the tag team champions face off in the main event. Jordan Oliver and Alec Price versus the Brothers of Funstruction.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I would change on this is I would replace Mr. 50s, which honors his political beliefs. Believe it or not, Mr. Drake Younger, because he's a racist piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, him with Batman Pondo would be what I would do. Other than that, it's a card.
I'm just going to avoid anything involving the gathering whatsoever, I think.
That's a great idea, even though Chad wants at least one of us to go. And it ain't going to be either you two. So
Okay, you can go.
I would go.
one of my friends wants to go. I'm like, well, just take me to the Too Tough Tony fishing tournament.
Where is it at?
Ohio.
Yeah, they always do it in the middle of some field where people can camp
Where
and
they,
do
where
drugs.
they can get away with it.
Okay. Anything else from GCW, or are we on to favorite things of the week?
Favorite things of the week.
All right. Of course, this is where I hand out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dog. Shane hands out the gold, silver, and bronze handshake. And, of course, Jolka will give us a 3 count of his favorite things. Couple honorable mentions for me. The duo of Tomohiro Ishii and the Rizzler. Fucking incredible. And the more cowbell chant from the GCW crowd was pretty great.
You gotta love a good GCW crowd.
Yep. But we'll get into the actual favorite things. Bronze handshake, Shane, go.
KJ Orso, Sam Stackhouse.
All right. That almost made mine. What was number 3 for you?
Jelly Roll getting kicked by Drew McIntyre.
All right. I'm going to go with Bandito Takeshita for the Ring of Honor title from Supercard. What's number 2 for you? Silver handshake, Shane?
You're gonna be shocked. Hangman Mox.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, your gold is the gold handshake is a Joshi only zone, so of course.
I barely watched it. I didn't have time.
What's my silver or what's your number 2, Jolka?
CM Punk in the Gauntlet match.
Okay, I have not watched that, but I heard pretty good things. My silver hot dog's Tony and Mercedes from All In, and Shane the gold handshake.
It's gonna be Bandito versus Takeshita.
Oh, really? Okay,
Mhm.
all right. What's number 1 for you?
Oh, Adam Page and John Moxley.
That's also the gold hot dog.
Yeah,
That was
I kind of figured.
that. Yeah, that match.
It is
fucking
because of
ruled.
this. Because I did not watch Surrealism yet, so
Okay.
that is.
It would all be surrealism if he had watched that yet.
I think Bandito Takeshita will still be up there.
Mm-hmm. Lightning round. This is where I talk up the matches. Where we talk about the matches coming up this week. Let me double check Fightful here, but as far as I know, only one match announced for AEW or WWE TV in the upcoming week. Let's see. Goldberg said he'll never wrestle again. The quote is, "In principle, I'm retired."
Just yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't see anything else is happening as far as we know. So that is the one match here on Dynamite. Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta versus Hangman Page, Mark Briscoe, and Powerhouse Hobbs.
10.
10? You
Yeah.
down for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably
I
9.
have a match. It's not this week, but I like to talk about it because I'm going to forget about it if I don't talk about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Over in the land of 0-1.
Oh, God. Okay, this is the show that Shane books, by the way.
Apparently not. 'Cause I would never have booked this stipulation ever. At all. Mask versus Job.
Okay.
So if one loses, he has to leave. Other one has to unmask.
So Mask versus Leaves Town, I
Yes.
guess? Okay.
Masato
You would
Tanaka
book that.
Hayabusa.
Oh.
If Tanaka loses, he
Shit.
leaves 0-1. If Hayabusa loses, he unmasks.
That's really interesting.
I know.
Because here's where this could go. Either one, Masato Tanaka's leaving 0-1. He's moving on to do something else. Maybe he's taking a lighter wrestling schedule in general. Who knows, right? The other side, though, Hayabusa loses. Maybe this whole Hayabusa thing was just a short-term little fun run. Or my theory that it is like the movie The Mask and that it's not about who's under it. It is about the mask itself. Whoever is wearing it is Hayabusa.
That is how it works. That is how the character works, though. Now,
Yeah.
this is not Hayabusa 2. It's Hayabusa.
It's still it's like Dr. Fate. It's the
Yeah.
helmet. It's not who's in the helmet. It's the helmet
However,
itself
I
takes over.
must say that Hayabusa has a match a couple weeks after this one in Freedoms. So it's likely that the Tanaka's going to leave.
They never rule out a draw.
That's true. Or some shenanigans that they did in Stardom.
Yeah, maybe Masato Tanaka's just another Japanese wrestler defecting with everyone. They just keep losing people to everyone.
Ross Ogawa, count your fucking days. You steal from me.
All right. Match recommendation of the week. I talked earlier about how much Adam Cole and how much Black and Gold meant to me. This is a match we've actually reviewed on a classic review. I'm going with Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano for TakeOver New York 2019. Just a match that means so much to me as the culmination of what felt like a collision course between Gargano and Adam Cole, and my favorite Adam Cole match. So just to celebrate him as we move on into an uncertain time for Adam Cole, that's my match recommendation for this week. Classic reviews wise, we just put out the review of Shane's AJW medley. That's all the Women's Wrestling. That medley is posted on our channel, so you can watch that. And then you can watch the review if you would like, or you can just watch the review. Either one works. And then the Georgia Dome Nitro will be coming out this week. The one where Goldberg won his first world title. Review of that since Goldberg did retire in a not very spectacular fashion. But this is a much better Goldberg memory to go back to.
Yeah. Where he beat Scott Hall and Hulk Hogan in the same night.
Yep.